Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Donna Letier. She is the CEO and founder of Gardenuity, and she's taking the guesswork out of gardening. You're going to hear her story next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Gardening is big business in America. There are literally millions of gardens and gardeners around America. Many of them need advice. Many of them need help setting up the garden. There's a lot of ways to kill plants, and many gardeners have figured out all of them. That's why I brought in my next guest. Donna Letier is in the studio. She's the CEO and founder of Gardenuity. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And I made that statement, but every beginning gardener learns how to kill a plant.
Well, 90% of first-time gardeners actually fail. That's a huge number, and the industry needed to be disrupted. So we can't have that number of people failing. It's kind of like, I always say, the only other profession that might have that kind of miss rate is maybe a weather person.
That's probably true.
And it's okay.
Apologies to all the meteorologists who are watching right now. Okay, so Donna, we're going to pull up your website because I want you to describe the company. What does Gardenuity do, and how does it take the guesswork out of gardening?
You know what? We do have a technology base. It's AI-driven. The AI will tell you what to grow, when to grow, and what the plant's needs. Everything is customized to the plant's needs. But we're about embracing the experience and bringing you the story so that you can reap the benefits of gardening. And gardening should be accessible to everybody. So whether you're in a high-rise, have a beachfront property, or you're in a wheelchair, you should actually be able to reap the beautiful benefits that come from gardening.
Wow. So walk us through the process. So somebody signs up on your site. They get matched with a garden in their area that will ship them plants?
We ship everything.
Okay.
So we've got something called Gardenuity Match. And it depends on if you log in for a taco toppings garden on March 1st and you're in Austin, you would probably get tomato plants with herbs. If you're logging in March 1st in Connecticut, you get leafy greens.
No kidding.
And if you're in Phoenix, you might already get a pepper plant. So it looks at predictive weather, time to harvest, and takes the guesswork out. And then we customize the soil and the plant nutrients to make sure that you're successful. So the experience is personal.
And do you also have like a help desk so people can call and ask advice? Or
we do, actually. Yeah. But we make it to where it really is foolproof. But we have a team of people called GrowPro experts who, if you just want to walk through and am I doing this right? Or is this how this plant is supposed to look? They're there for you. And so they are absolutely thrilled to help people on their gardening journey.
Wow. Okay, if Donna looks smooth on TV, it's because she's done a lot of TV. I found one of the pieces that you did recently in New York. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Donna from Gardenuity to learn some tips and tricks because I keep killing my plants. All right, so Donna, now is the time people are thinking about gardening. And I do think New Yorkers in their small apartments don't realize that they could actually be gardening too.
Absolutely. Our mission is to make gardens and gardening experiences accessible to everybody. So if you have a small fire escape, or you have a little terrace, or you have a rooftop garden, the biggest thing is to just try. You know, it's not about perfection, it's about participation. Container gardens are great. We're big fans of grow bags because you can move them around and weather changes so quickly. The other thing you can think about is vertical gardening. Okay. You can think about tabletop gardening, and just think about how much sun you get. Because if you really don't get much sun at all, direct light, there are a lot of shade-loving herbs that you can do.
What are some of the shade-loving plants that you can be growing?
Herbs especially. So you've got sage, you've got lemon balm, you've got lemon thyme, you've got English thyme. Those kind of things do very well with less sun.
When we're thinking about these small apartment spaces indoors, do you have some tips for how we can maximize growing plants in that space?
Yeah, you know what? Tropical plants do very well with 4 or 5 hours of indirect sunshine. Succulents, of course, do well. Some cacti. And then microgreens. Microgreens are ideal, and they're so good and so nutritious.
Well, so I'm going to talk about my garden. I think my biggest problem is I think I'm overwatering it because I feel the need to water it every day.
We, as humans, over-nurture, especially as women. Indoor plants hydrate from the bottom up. That's a game changer.
I didn't know that.
That's a
good
game
one.
changer. If it has drainage holes in the bottom, you just put it in a saucer of water and it'll absorb the water it needs.
What else should we know about gardening? Like, gardening is so good for your mental health.
It is so good for your mental health. It's good for your nutritional health, and so much research has been done about what the effects it has neurologically, because you're nurturing nature and it nurtures you. But remember, if you're on a rooftop or you have a little patio, you really can get your hands in the soil. Don't wear gloves. Really enjoy the benefits of actually immersing your hands in healthy, thriving soil, and you will feel really good.
All right, well, I'm going to keep planting with you. I've actually really enjoyed getting my hands a little dirty.
Indeed.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you.
One more.
Ron, you are absolutely so smooth on camera. I could listen to you all day. There's an old saying that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And there's a reason for starting Gardenuity. Can you share?
You know what? There is. We wanted to make sure the benefits that come from gardening, both mentally and nutritionally, were accessible to everybody.
Yes.
So whether you're in a high rise or a beachfront property or in a wheelchair, which my youngest daughter is a gold medal Olympian athlete in Special Olympics.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
She can roll her wheelchair out and pick a tomato right from her patio.
Wow.
And the joy is real. And we should all have that story of connecting
Yes.
with the earth. And it's about the invitation to try. And I think that's why we wanted to do this. We wanted to bring these opportunities to anybody and meet people the way we live today, which is fast and furious and data-driven and on camera, looking at screens all the time. This encourages you to slow down and to be present.
So beautiful. Let's talk about the NASDAQ, because we have a clip we're going to play in about 30 seconds, but I want you to set up this clip.
So we were asked to be part of NASDAQ Wellness Week, and that was a really incredible opportunity. And so they highlight different companies who bring holistic wellness to consumers worldwide. We're the first gardening company to have been invited. So we got to ring the closing bell. But the coolest part for me was we flew our entire team in. So I was surrounded by the people who make this dream come true.
I love it. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. All right, looking back on that, what was that like?
It was surreal. I mean, I had to do, or I had the opportunity to do a little talk beforehand, 2 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 2 minutes to memorize something really quickly was an opportunity to really invite people into the world of gardening. And I think we've redefined what gardening is.
Yes.
It's an opportunity. It's an experience, whether you're picking fresh herbs for, a cocktail or to put on your pasta, or you actually have a plant on your desktop that kind of invites nature to nurture you. We got to tell that story.
Wow. Okay, what's one of the highest compliments you've received since you started the company?
Absolutely, bar none. Oh my God, I picked my first tomato. Or I've never kept anything alive and I love it. Or my colleagues and I every Monday come in and we water our desktop plants together, and we're talking and connecting in ways we've never connected before. Those are win.
Wow. Okay, we have about 30 seconds left, so look into the camera on the left and talk to the viewer who says, I don't have a green thumb, I can't do this.
You can do it. We want you to try. And it's part of the trial and error. It's not about perfection, it's about participation. So we invite you in to participate into the story.
Outstanding. That's a great way to leave this segment. We're also going to leave you with the website, which is gardenuity.com. The great Donna Letier. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.